Good afternoon to everyone. Thanks, Pratimya and Urban Vision, for inviting us to share our experience, what we are trying to improve the city in terms of having it water-related program. As Pratimya mentioned in the starting, that cities contributes almost 80% of the GHG emissions, and which is pretty high in terms of if anybody has to design a program which is going to combat that climate change mitigation efforts. So as an alliance to save energy, I mean we are trying to do something with the water sector initiative. I'll just give you the brief intro that who the alliance is. And Alliance to Save Energy promotes the energy efficiency worldwide in the various sectors. So the India presence of Alliance to Save Energy is from the last 10 years. So it's a non-profit organization. It's based in Washington DC. India has an liaison office based in Bangalore. We have a number of programs for the different sector, and in India, one of the key program which we have, it's with the municipal sector. We work with cities and urban local bodies for improve their energy efficiency into the different sector, and water becomes one of the main component for them. We have almost around 30 years of experience in terms of doing and implementing the projects. Just to give you a nutshell that what kind of experience we talk when we talk about the India. As I said, from the last decade we are into India, and we have done a number of projects in different states, including Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra, Gujarat, all the Karnataka we also have worked. And we have also worked with the different water utilities directly, like Delhi Jal Board and Visakhapatnam and Mumbai. So this is a kind of work we have done it in the last few years. Now coming to the topic, then cities cannot afford to follow an inefficient path. There is a two way to mitigate it. One is that we have to correct it, what we have done it wrong in past, and the second, we cannot afford to keep doing the mistakes. So when it comes to that, what we are going to do it with the design stage and what we are going to build upon, because the way India is growing it, incorporating energy efficiency into water supply at the design stage is the very key. Because what we do it as a part of program is as energy efficiency, we try to correct the mistake which was done in past. So one of the ways is to, we cannot afford to keep doing that mistakes, which further needs the energy efficiency later in the second, third years. So we all just give you some fact. By 2020, over 50% of the population is going to be in urban area. That demands for a lot of water requirement into the cities. This is going to be a very big challenge for any administrator and the government bodies in terms of that, how they are going to serve the people with the water, which is one of the very critical component, and without that it's very difficult to live. So the cost of using traditional approaches of water infrastructure is again one of the big issues, and how the water sector and water utilities is going to be financially viable is another thing which most of the cities are struggling with. Just few facts that every liter of water that passes through the pipeline of the system has a significant amount of energy cost. Water is no more the free resources. This has a lot of the cost, and it just for the example, the Bangalore city gets water from 100 kilometer. Just imagine that how much is the pumping cost is going to be in that. And in a developing country like India, the cost of energy for the water supply system is almost half of any of the cities or municipality budget. Energy expenditure in the water supply system is the second one after the labor. And this is the case everywhere where, I mean, even we have worked in the neighboring country and we found it that it's the same. The energy cost is the second largest cost for any of the municipal bodies or cities. Almost 30 to 40% of their annual expenditure goes for the energy charges, which they and this includes both the demand, I mean, water distribution system and the bulk water supply systems. If I say bulk water, means that the place where they get the water from the source and treated it and then supply to the city. We all know that 1/3 of the population still lacks in terms of the clean and reliable water. This give you some macro level picture that the Indian municipal sector is the second largest in the world. It consumes around 4% of the total electricity across whatever the India has. Although this 4% looks very small, but in terms of the real number, it's very significant. And when it comes to the public water works across the India, it's almost around 2.57% of the total energy consumption for all sectors. 2.57, as per the data collected by Central Electricity Authority, it was 12,000 million units in absolute term by the 2006 and 7, and at that time it was projected that by 2011 and 12 it will go to 19,200. But I can tell you, based on the past 2 years experience, it is going to be much beyond that number. So this was the projected, and it's almost 20 to 30% more. It's going to be in the practical scenario. Same, another one which is very important is the street lighting. With there also, there's a huge amount of energy gets consumed. So this is almost around 5,500 million units. Coming to the cities and its associated challenges, that why the things in terms of energy management is not getting it implemented. We all know that they lack in terms of the technical and managerial capacity, and there is no finances to implement the energy efficiency project, because they are so much into the infrastructure development that they keep adding it, and they somehow miss this portion of energy efficiency. There's a lack of metering and monitoring system, that the meters which really quantify that what is going on and what need to be done, it's not at all there. It's very difficult to establish the baseline. These are the real practical challenges from the field. Even when it comes to the reported data and the actual data, which is very important in terms of the designing of any project and implementation, there is a big gap between the reported data, like connected load estimated energy consumption doesn't match with the actual energy bills, which really prevents the private sector to come into the play and do the projects. There is a high rate of unaccounted for water. We have almost, as an average, it's around 40 to 45% of non-revenue water figure. There's no relevant policies to the water sector which really encourage any cities to implement energy efficiency project for the water sector. There's a very low confidence in PPP, and it takes a lot of time to develop a project. And this is one of the very key that the Indian government procurement policy says, it's a low cost procurement, and that's where the mistake happens. The bidding which goes by the Indian procurement rule supposed to follow the rule of GFR, which says that you have to select the bid based on the L1, and that's where you land up buying the inefficient equipments. So this is one of the very big challenge. Now, just these are the challenges I spoke to you. Now, why it is not happening it, and what is the benefit which should be people should be considering it while doing it. So, when you talk about the water sector energy efficiency or energy management program, based on the Alliance experience which we did in the field, apart from doing the policy initiative, we have done a lot of project, and it's demonstrated that almost there is a potential for 20 to 40% of the savings. And this translates to almost around 4,000 million unit of energy savings. And the payback which we talked about is 2 to 3 years. It's a simple payback. So, but if it has to be done in a PPP model, it will go to the 5 year, but it's still very attractive for any private players. It reduces the need for new infrastructure, because when there is any project on the water sector efficiency improvement, it's not only reduce the energy cost, but it also able to deliver the more water with the existing infrastructure. The kind of energy savings we are talking about, it almost reduces the need for another 600 megawatt of energy. It's always in the national interest, because with an Government commitment with the climate change action plans. Reduced energy intensity will help climate change mitigation efforts. It reduces the need for demands and supply gap. Yes, with the efficiency improvement, there is always is a scope for it's going to be enhanced service level delivery. You will be able to get a more water than what you were getting it earlier, and it gives you a much more reliable services. Just to give you that how these things come, what kind of efficiency measures which we talked about, which results in this kind of savings. So on the left hand side, you will see that there's the measures and what we are talking, and the extreme right is the payback period. So the average payback period we are talking about. So it is start with that improving your operation and maintenance practices, whether it is a replacement of pumps and motors, whether it is designing of the distribution system, whether it's following the gravity fed system. So there's a number of systems which need to be investigated based on a certain kind of energy audit studies. But the key thing is the payback. Payback is very less, and then any city should be doing it with their normal day-to-day exercise. Now, just coming to that, I mean, based on our experience, we have developed one of the manual which is very helpful for any cities and urban local bodies. It is a kind of hand-holding manual to do the project from the day one of the inception of the program. We say it's a municipal energy efficiency project reference guide. So it serves as a practical tool for anybody who's interested in doing this kind of project. Just to give you the book, this is the book which we developed in 2008 and in association with Bureau of Energy Efficiency and IFC. And this talks about that how city should be going about the implementing it water supply energy efficiency project. The manual is freely downloadable from the Alliance website, from the Bureau of Energy Efficiency website.